The 1950s was a dynamic and influential decade for the United States, buoyed by post-World War II optimism and economic prosperity that invigorated a thriving cultural scene. A significant contributor in shaping the musical landscape of this era was the United States Navy School of Music. Founded in 1935 in Washington, D.C., the school moved to the Anacostia Naval Receiving Station in 1942, and finally settled in Norfolk, Virginia, in 1950. Over the course of the decade, the institution became a bastion of musical excellence and innovation, training a generation of Navy musicians who left their mark on both military and civilian music. The Navy School of Music was established to provide formal musical education for members of the United States Navy Band and other military ensembles. In the 1950s, the school's primary mission was to equip students for service in the Navy's various bands, including the prestigious United States Navy Band in Washington, D.C., fleet bands, and smaller ensembles stationed globally. The curriculum emphasized a comprehensive musical education, covering music theory, composition, conducting, and instrumental performance. Moreover, students learned leadership and teamwork skills, vital for effective performance in military ensembles. An essential aspect of the Navy School of Music in the 1950s was its dedication to embracing diverse musical styles and genres. While maintaining a robust foundation in classical music, the school nurtured an appreciation for jazz, popular music, and various folk traditions. This inclusive approach to music education mirrored the wider cultural shifts in post-war America, as emerging musical styles swayed the nation's tastes. By training musicians proficient in various genres, the Navy School of Music produced versatile performers capable of inspiring audiences domestically and internationally. The faculty at the Navy School of Music in the 1950s comprised accomplished military musicians and civilian instructors. This balance provided students with a comprehensive education, drawing on the expertise of military tradition and civilian innovation. Many faculty members had substantial performance experience, having played with renowned ensembles such as the New York Philharmonic, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and various big bands. Learning from these experienced professionals exposed students to a wealth of knowledge and practical experience, shaping their musical identities. During this period, the school also served as a hub for idea exchange and collaboration among military musicians. It hosted workshops and clinics, inviting guest artists and educators nationwide to share their insights with students. These events enriched the educational experience at the Navy School of Music and fostered a sense of camaraderie among military musicians. Graduates of the Navy School of Music in the 1950s profoundly impacted both military and civilian music. Many alumni joined the United States Navy Band or one of the fleet bands, performing for global audiences and acting as musical ambassadors for the United States. Others pursued civilian music careers, playing in symphony orchestras, jazz ensembles, and popular music groups. Consequently, the Navy School of Music helped shape the musical milieu of the 1950s, adding to the rich cultural fabric of this critical decade. The United States Navy School of Music in the 1950s played a significant role in molding the musical culture of the era. By offering rigorous and comprehensive education in a diverse range of musical styles, it readied a generation of musicians for both military and civilian settings. The faculty, a blend of accomplished military musicians and civilian instructors, imparted students with an unparalleled depth of knowledge and experience, inspiring them to reach new artistic heights. Additionally, the school's commitment to fostering collaboration and camaraderie among military musicians helped create a sense of unity and shared purpose. As the graduates of the Navy School of Music embarked on their careers, they brought with them the skills, versatility, and professionalism acquired during their time at the institution. They not only delivered exceptional performances at military events and diplomatic engagements but also significantly contributed to civilian music, enhancing the cultural fabric of the United States. Whether they served in military bands, performed in prestigious orchestras, or played in innovative jazz and pop groups, these musicians represented the school's enduring commitment to musical excellence and innovation. The Navy School of Music was more than just a training ground, it was a pivotal force in the 1950s musical landscape. It acted as a conduit for the exchange of ideas and a catalyst for the evolution of musical styles, reflecting and contributing to broader cultural shifts. The institution stood at the intersection of military discipline and creative freedom, embodying the spirit of the 1950s and helping to shape the sound of the decade.
Much obliged you hopped on board for this snazzy trip through American life in the 1940s and 1950s, all captured through nifty vintage photographs. If this flick's got your motor running, don't be a square. Click on that jolly bucket of bolts to subscribe to the channel for more top drawer content just like this.
Yeah.